is this loyalty or foolishness? Or is there a secret that the vice president, professor, pastor Osinbanjo does not want the world to know about him? Probably there are some corrupt practices that he has gotten himself involved in, and being someone who is a legal practitioner and a professor at that, a pastor of a popular church, RCCG, maybe doesn't want that to come out. Do not forget that certain people came up with this story some few years ago saying that Osinbanjo is involved in some money that disappeared and it runs into billions of naira and all of that. Now, I'm not sure about this. It could be political. Now, let's get to what is on ground. And before we do that, if you're not a member of this channel, let us grow it together. And don't forget, it is free. Simply tap on the subscription button and the red notification icon bell below. This will alert you and, of course, make you a member of this family. If you are a returning subscriber, I say thanks for always returning to watch these videos. If you have been here growing this channel together with us as partners, I say God bless. Vice President Yemi Osinbanjo said Buhari is the best president Nigeria has ever had. No head of state, no civilian rule can match to what Jubril al-Sudani, as the members of the indigenous people of Biafra, will refer to him as. He said there is nobody, no one at all that can match up to the level of integrity, to this democracy that we have. He said many challenges that are on at the moment are created by people who want to divide Nigeria. He said this man Buhari has sleepless night over Nigeria, trying to make it work. And I kind of looked at it. I said, a professor who did not just live in Nigeria, lived abroad, has his children schooling abroad, and finally probably finished. A man of God, as he wants us to refer to him as, a pastor, professor, not just a doctor of law, a professor of law. He has acquired so much. And this is someone who also, apart from practicing in Nigeria, he has occupied certain appointment, position in Nigeria. He's saying all of this about Buhari, number one, who has no level, two, who cannot answer questions when he's being asked, three, that has shown to us that he's not a man of integrity. He has sideline appointment, sensitive position to people from his own part. He went out to even tell us that he has cousins and brothers in the north of Nigeria, in Niger, and he has to spread his hands there. Well, maybe Osinbanjo has information that many of us do not. Osinbanjo might begin to tell us, oh, you're complaining about Buhari that is stretching train from Nigeria down to Niger. You are complaining about Buhari that he did this and that. What about this person? What about this? What about that person? Maybe that knowledge that he has is the reason why he's saying all of this. He might even go as far as saying, look, let me tell you, do you know that this person and this other person are the ones who created this? Do you know the information that I have? Do you know the files? Do you know the secret files that I've seen? Do you know certain, intel that has been given to me? But even if all of these things exist, are we going to say that the crimes of other people gives Buhari the permission to commit more crime or blunder? No, that is not what it is. I believe Osinbanjo knows that popular part of the scriptures that says, are we going to continue in sin and say, well, grace will solve it all. Grace will abound. The Bible itself says, God forbid. God forbid that we continue in this type of regime or government. God forbid that we continue in what they call this contraption called Nigeria. God forbid that we have a mediocre, someone who lacks cognitive ability as president and vice president who positions himself as professor and a pastor and very intelligent. There was once a time a question was asked from him. That was during their presidential debate. He was asked about the Fulani X-Men and all of these atrocities before it became what we have today. He said, well, you are complaining and you are talking about this. Aside the 16 years complaint of PDP. Yes, that is true. He said the Sahel is getting dry. No water. forest desertification. He said a lot of very, things. He pointed out to some things that looked and applied. If you look at it, you might think, oh, that is true. Now I begin to ask questions. So if the natural occurrences that is happening, the water is getting dry, not just in Africa, in some other parts, does that mean that you should take your cows and encroach? What about where your business stops is where some other person's own begin? These are people who have acquired a lot of money over time. Why haven't they sat down together, spoken to their governors, and looked for a way out of it? How do we do this? Does that mean you take laws into your hand and you encroach on other people's farm because there is no more grass in the north and water is getting dried off? Anyway, let's leave that topic. As you know, the man who wants to be president come 2023 is the one who handpicked Osinbanjo, and I'm talking of no other than the Jagaban of himself, his family, and his friends, and maybe of Lagos, the Jagaban of Lagos, Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu handpicked Osinbanjo, and the praises that he's singing right now, is it the takia that he has learned from the north? Let me praise this man so that everything will go smooth until the peaceful handover to the next person. Is that what it is? He has been a very loyal and humble person to Buhari. It's very unfortunate. He said once that Buhari is a tolerant person, that even though he's a Muslim, he does not mind that beside him, his own accommodation is there, and him being a Christian, there are times that he has to do prayers and all of that. He doesn't mind. And I'm looking at him like, this tells you what kind of person Buhari is. Even if he's the president of Nigeria, this is not a military, it's a democratic rule where religion is free for anyone to get themselves involved in, as long as you keep yourself accordingly and the law is being respected, human rights. That's it. So why should Buhari complain that his own probably Christian religion practices is something that will disturb him because he's president? With this alone, it tells you that we are not yet practicing democracy and our way of thinking and doing things is not right. So is Vice President Osinbanjo trying to betray the man who had picked him or not? What is really going on? Singing the praise of this man will go down memory. It will go down history that Vice President Osinbanjo, I know Nigerians forgetting so soon. I know Osinbanjo is intelligent and all of that, but from what we have seen, he lacks integrity, or maybe he has been warned, or he's just applying wisdom. Let me keep quiet. Since the Constitution does not permit the Vice President to do anything, it's better I keep my mouth shut and watch till the end of the tenure of this man. Things will get better. I don't know. He might be experiencing certain challenges. Who knows? Maybe he has been threatened. I don't know. But somehow, even the people of the north of Nigeria applauded him. They said, you are very loyal with the way and manner at which you have been treated. Buhari does not respect you as vice president. He listens to the people of the north, his cabals, his own group, who tell him, look, this man is trying to take over from you, and if he does, you appear like you're not functioning. And of course, ego. Buhari would definitely want to listen to them, because to him, he believes that religion and also people that are from his own end are the best and the best. And those are the people that are close to him that can do anything to him, either good or bad. That is how it is. Unfortunately, the kind of country that we have is not, the constitution and the way things are done is not proper. The vice president can do and undo. Cannot do and undo. The president is the total of everything. Same like what you have in America and in Mexico and some country where the president can sack the vice president. It's more or less like an assistant. So Vice President Osinbanjo is nothing. It's just a figurehead. But it's unfortunate. I thought morals and integrity and other things, he should have come out to say, look, I don't want to be part of this cesspool. This is not working. This is not how things are supposed to be. But maybe it's like, well, it is not for me to speak. It is not my duty to speak. The constitution and the oath of office that I took does not permit. It says that I have to respect and obey what the president says. There is no part of it that says you have to apply your own wisdom to anything and say, look, no, I don't want to be part of this. But that is what it is. That is what it is. He has promoted and he's still promoting Buhari to today. What are your own thoughts as regards this one? Do you think VP Osinbanjo is a man of integrity.